What if I told you that the secret to commanding respect isn't about showing off, speaking louder, or even having money or power, but about doing less? Imagine walking into a room and earning silent respect. Not because you demanded it, but because you carried yourself like a calm storm. That's the Stoic way. And let's be honest, there's something powerful about a person who doesn't flinch when the world throws chaos their way. They don't argue. They don't beg for attention, yet people admire them. Today, I'll show you how to become that person. Just don't expect tips like flex more on Instagram. This is ancient wisdom, not a TikTok trend. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to help our journey grow. Your support means everything. And watch till the end. You'll walk away with clarity, confidence, and a stoic edge they'll never see coming. Number 1. Respect begins with self-respect. Self-respect is the foundation of all external respect. According to Epictetus, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things. What he meant is simple. Stop performing for approval. When you respect yourself enough to live according to your values, even if others don't understand, you become unshakable. People notice that. They admire someone who's not chasing validation like a cat chasing a laser pointer. The Stoics believed in living with virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. When you live by these principles, you naturally start making decisions that align with your higher self. And when your actions reflect inner discipline, you start walking taller, metaphorically and maybe even literally. That posture, it screams quiet confidence. People respect that far more than loud bravado. Practicing self-respect also means setting boundaries. If you allow people to overstep and you say nothing, you're teaching them that it's okay. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Don't shout back. Don't clap back. Just withdraw your energy. Calmly. That alone makes people reevaluate how they treat you. It's like turning off the internet during a heated group chat. Suddenly, everyone notices. In a world filled with noise, the man or woman who carries themselves with calm discipline is rare. And people respect rare. You want to be that person who doesn't need to prove anything because your presence already speaks for you. Number 2, speak less, mean more. Words are cheap, and when used excessively, they become even cheaper. The Stoics, especially Zeno and Seneca, emphasized the power of restraint in speech. They knew that speaking less forces people to listen when you do speak. Think about the quietest person in the room. When they finally talk, everyone leans in. That's no accident. That's power. Seneca once said, "Speech that's brief and to the point is the hallmark of the wise." This doesn't mean you should be mute at dinner parties, just intentional. Say what needs to be said, nothing more. Humor? Sure. Clarity? Always. But rambling on to sound smart only does the opposite. Be the person whose words are worth waiting for. Silence also keeps you from reacting emotionally. When you speak too soon, you reveal too much. Your anger, your insecurities, your desperation. The Stoics were masters at pausing, breathing, then responding with reason. That pause makes people respect you more because it shows you control yourself. And self-control? That deflects the algorithm can't measure. Also, if someone tries to bait you into arguing, remember, silence is sometimes the most dominant reply. Try it. The look on their face when you don't react is priceless. Bonus points if you sip tea while maintaining eye contact. Number 3, master emotional detachment. To gain true respect, you must show that your emotions don't rule you. Stoicism teaches us not to suppress emotions, but to master them. There's a difference. Marcus Aurelius faced invasions, betrayals, and personal loss, and he still ruled the Roman Empire with composure. If you didn't scream during a barbarian invasion, you can probably handle a bad comment on your YouTube video. People admire emotional control because it's rare. It's easy to lose your temper, easy to complain, easy to cry over spilled oat milk. But the Stoic stands firm. That calm, Composed demeanor makes others feel safe around you. It makes them trust your judgment, and trust leads to respect. Detachment doesn't mean being cold. It means being centered. You can be kind, funny, even passionate, but your emotions aren't reactive. They're intentional. When someone tries to provoke you, you smile. When things don't go your way, you adapt. That kind of emotional intelligence turns heads. Here's a simple tip. Next time someone says something rude, pause and mentally ask yourself, is this worth my peace? The answer is almost always no. When you react less, you control the frame. When you control the frame, people take notice. And eventually, they follow your lead, whether they admit it or not. Number 4, be ruthlessly consistent. People respect what they can rely on. The Stoics weren't perfect, but they were consistent. They showed up to their duties, lived with principle, and didn't shift depending on who was watching. In a world full of shapeshifters, be the mountain, not the weather. Even when you don't feel like it. Consistency builds reputation, and reputation builds respect. Think about someone you admire. Chances are, it's not just their talent, it's their discipline. Stoics understood that external recognition is a byproduct of internal order. When your daily habits match your long-term values, you become unstoppable, and more importantly, respected. Now, being consistent doesn't mean being robotic. Life happens. You can adjust, but your principles, those stay firm. Whether it's showing up early, keeping your word, or following through on promises, those small actions create a big impact. People watch what you do more than what you say. If you say you're disciplined but hit snooze 15 times before noon, well, let's just say Marcus wouldn't be impressed. Even humor benefits from consistency. Be the person who can crack a well-timed joke without betraying your values. Be sharp, not sloppy. The more people see that your actions are rooted in thoughtfulness, not impulse, the more they'll naturally respect you. You become someone worth listening to and following. Number 5, lead without needing a title. You don't need to be a CEO, a guru, or wear a cape to lead. True leadership, Stoic leadership, comes from how you carry yourself. The Stoics didn't chase authority, but they often became the ones others turned to. Why? Because they embodied strength without arrogance and clarity without chaos. Leadership by example is a quiet force. When you keep your cool, do what's right even when it's hard, and lift others up without showing off, you naturally rise. People don't want to follow the loudest person. They want to follow the one who seems to know where they're going, even in the storm. Start by helping others, not for applause, but because it aligns with virtue. Respect isn't earned by demanding loyalty. It's earned by being someone others trust. Be decisive, be kind, and most of all, be accountable. The Stoics took ownership of their actions. When you make a mistake, own it. When you succeed, share the credit. That's leadership. That's respect. And if you're thinking, but what if people still don't respect me? The Stoic answer is, you don't need everyone to. Focus on living with virtue and let the rest unfold. As Epictetus said, seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. When you stop trying to impress people, ironically, that's when they start being impressed. Number 6, let actions speak louder than opinions. Stoicism emphasizes the power of action over chatter. Too many people try to gain respect by voicing their beliefs non-stop, but Stoics knew that words don't move mountains, actions do. If you want to be respected, don't waste energy trying to convince people of who you are. Just be it. People remember what you did far longer than what you said in a heated comment section. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." There it is, no hashtags, no slogans, just embodiment. Whether it's helping someone without expecting praise, or walking away from drama instead of diving in with popcorn, your quiet choices create loud impressions. People respect what they see you do when no one's watching. The modern world rewards showmanship, flashy reels, loud opinions, hot takes. But the Stoic commands respect by doing the opposite. They remain grounded while everyone else is floating in their egos. You don't need to parade your beliefs. Just live them. And the more consistent your actions are, the more your reputation will naturally elevate. Remember, people may disagree with your views, but they can't ignore your example. They might even resist it at first, mock it, or will try to test you. But stay calm. Over time, your actions will speak so loudly, they'll have no choice but to respect you, even if they never admit it. Number 7, stay unbothered in a reactive world. Today's world thrives on reactions. Every headline, every tweet, every traffic jam is bait. The Stoic, however, is different. They walk through the chaos like they've seen the ending already. And spoiler alert, they're not impressed. If you can stay unbothered when others are losing their minds, you immediately stand out. You become the eye of the storm. Epictetus taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you refuse to be emotionally hijacked, you demonstrate control over yourself and over the situation. People respect the one who doesn't flinch when provoked. It shows maturity, strength, and wisdom. And let's face it, staying calm is the ultimate flex in an age of keyboard warriors. Humor helps too. When someone insults you, imagine Marcus Aurelius raising an eyebrow from his throne. Really? That's your best shot. Don't take offense, take inventory. Is this worth your energy? Probably not. When you don't take things personally, you steal the power from your critics. You become untouchable. And here's the twist. People test you to see if you're real. If they can provoke you easily, they know you're acting. But when you stay composed, even smiling through the nonsense, they realize you're built different. That's when the respect kicks in. Quietly, internally, unmistakably. Number 8, value principle over popularity. Popularity is a sugar high. Principle is protein. The Stoic doesn't chase the crowd. They walk their own path, even if it's a lonely one. Why? Because respect isn't earned by pleasing people. It's earned by standing for something, especially when it's inconvenient. When your values don't shift with the trends, you become a pillar others can lean on. Seneca said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." When you stick to your principles, whether it's honesty, fairness, or patience, you make decisions from a place of integrity, not insecurity. People may not always agree with you, but they'll respect your consistency. That kind of moral compass is rare, and rare earns respect. There will be moments when following your principles costs you, maybe opportunities, attention, or even relationships. But in the long run, it earns you something better, a solid identity. One that isn't for sale, one that doesn't bend for likes. And when people see that you won't compromise who you are just to be liked, they'll see you as someone worth listening to. This doesn't mean you should be rigid or arrogant. Be open-minded, yes. Listen, grow, but never abandon your values for applause. Because the moment you do, the applause becomes meaningless. Stand firm in your truth, and you'll be respected even by those who disagree with you. Number 9, embrace discomfort and responsibility. The Stoics didn't chase comfort, they chased growth. And growth only happens in discomfort. Respect is often born from watching someone do the hard things most people avoid. Taking responsibility, showing up when it's tough, and facing challenges without complaint. In a world where excuses are viral, accountability is king. Marcus Aurelius woke up every day reminding himself that life would be hard and people would be difficult, but he faced it anyway. Why? Because responsibility is a duty, not a favor. When you take ownership of your work, your emotions, your outcomes, people trust you more. They know you're not just drifting, you're steering. Most people run from discomfort. They wait for motivation to do the basics. But you do what's necessary, whether it's having tough conversations, apologizing when you're wrong, or staying disciplined even when it's boring. That's what sets you apart. That's what earns you respect. Not dramatic effort, but consistent accountability. And if someone asks, why are you doing all this when no one's watching? Just smile. Because you are watching. And when you respect yourself for your effort, others will eventually follow. Stoicism reminds us, What's hard strengthens us. And those who voluntarily embrace hardship walk a different path, one paved in silent admiration. Number 10, know when to walk away. One of the most underrated Stoic moves, walking away, not out of weakness, but out of power. When something or someone disrespects your values, your peace, or your purpose, leave. Quietly, gracefully. No need to announce your exit like a celebrity on Twitter. Just go. And that alone can leave a bigger impression than any comeback line ever could. Epictetus said, if you want to be free, don't wish for things to happen as you want. Wish for them to happen as they do. Part of that freedom comes from detaching from what no longer serves you. When you stay where you're disrespected, you teach people how to treat you. When you walk away, you reset the standard. Walking away also shows restraint and wisdom. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to change every mind. Let fools be fools. Let chaos implode on itself. The Stoic knows that their energy is sacred, and wasting it is the real loss. Walking away protects your peace, and that peace is what makes your presence powerful in the first place. And here's the unexpected benefit. When you walk away with dignity, the person or situation you left often gains a deeper respect for you. Why? Because you did what most people can't. You put peace over ego. That's not giving up. That's leveling up. The world needs more of that energy. If these Stoic principles spoke to you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps us grow this channel and reach more minds like yours. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned. Quietly, consistently. Let's keep building ourselves into the kind of people others naturally respect. Not with noise, but with presence. See you in the next one. And remember, stay calm, stay focused, stay stoic.